One influential musician some people have forgotten about is R&B singer Amerie. As quickly as she gave us back-to-back hits, she completely faded away from the music scene. If this is your first time visiting our channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications. Here's the real reason Amerie disappeared. In the summer of 2002, Amerie dropped an instant classic with the release of the song, Why Don't We Fall in Love? With hints of old-school 80s R&B elements and an angelic voice, the song climbed to number 23 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. At that point, we didn't know if Amerie would be a one-hit wonder or not, but she proceeded to keep her foot on our necks all summer long. She dropped her debut album, All I Have, in July 2002, and that following month, her album peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Top R&B Hip-Hop Album chart. Then she released Talkin' to Me, and we were convinced Amerie would have some staying power in the industry. She released her sophomore album, Touch, that gave us the instant classic, One Thing. And for that effort, she earned 2 Grammy nominations. She headed back to the studio to work on her third album, but there was someone missing from the creative process: her longtime collaborator and producer, Rich Harrison. We're not sure what drove a wedge between them, but we can speculate. After co-writing and producing for Amerie, Rich was in high demand by other top artists. He linked up with Beyoncé and Jay-Z to produce Crazy in Love in 2003, and then Beyoncé recruited him to produce songs on her album B-Day. Some people believe at that point, Rich was in the big leagues, and he no longer had time to work with Amerie. Columbia Records was going through some internal issues, which caused a slight delay in the release of her third album, Because I Love It. The project was finally released overseas in 2007. In America, only digital copies were available for purchase, which proved to be a major blow for the singer. Digital copies just weren't a thing back then, and unsurprisingly, the album didn't even make the Billboard charts. In 2007, Amerie was so fed up with Columbia Records, she told RWD website her label wasn't promoting her album like they should have. Some of her fans think that interview caused her to get blackballed, but she was determined to get her career back on track. In June 2008, she signed a production deal with Island Def Jam Music Group, which allowed her to release music under her own label, Phoenix Rising. She then dropped her fourth album, In Love and War, in 2009. But sadly, it looked like the old Amerie was gone. The singer confused her fan base when she added an extra I to her name. In a statement made to Wrap Up, she said, "The vibration of the double I is right for me." Most artists use YouTube to promote their music videos, but Amerie decided to revamp her channel to include all things lifestyle related. She has everything from book reviews to makeup tutorials. If her music isn't popping like before, she might as well explore other avenues to stay connected to her fans. In 2017, she teamed up with a group of writers to create the young adult anthology Because You Love to Hate Me, 13 Tales of Villainy. The book was so popular, Amerie is now a New York Times best-selling author. These days, her personal life is busier than ever. In 2011, she married her longtime boyfriend and her former A&R at Columbia Records, Lenny Nicholson. In May 2018, she and her husband welcomed their first child. Believe it or not, she's still releasing music. After teasing us with a bunch of albums that were never released, she teamed back up with hitmaker Rich Harrison for the 2015 song Out Loud. In 2016, she released her EP Drive, which was named one of the best R&B albums by Rolling Stone magazine. In 2018, she hit us with 2 projects, 4 a.m. Mulholland and After 4 a.m. And while she may not be at the top of the charts anymore, she's still a creative genius whose music speaks for itself. So yes, Amerie completely dropped off of the face of the earth, but if you look around hard enough, you'll find her